Do you remember that time playing with your little brother?
NANI?
Do you remember playing with your little brother while Gal's theme music was playing in the background?
NANI?
Yes, today we are talking co-op games, specifically for the NES. I'm going to give you a list of what I think are the best ones for the system, but as always, I want to hear from you guys and what you think are the best, and also about your memories. Let's get into it, shall we? The best co-op games for the NES. Contra. Yes, Contra was always going to be on here and is considered one of the greatest co-op games ever made. Released in 1988 by Konami, it took the run and gun version of the arcade version and brought it to the home system. But what was really good was that you had the simultaneous two-player mode, and instead of taking turns, both players were on the screen the entire time as either Bill or Lance. And the whole point of this game was that you're going to go into it going, right, we're going to be the best team ever, we're going to be amazing, me and you, yeah, we're going to kick ass, these aliens don't know what the hell they're in for. Because within 2 minutes, that's gone out the window because one of you's gone, you took the fucking spread gun, you bastard, and then your mum's taken the console off you. Because ultimately it was, who gets the spread gun, and you just basically argue about that. In reality, whoever is the better player takes the spread gun. Because remember, this game is incredibly difficult, and if you get one little bullet shave of your penis, then you lose a life and you lose the spread gun. So whoever's the better player keeps it. The second player will have to wait and deal with the little pea shooter or whatever little upgrade you manage to get. But this game is so much fun, because if you do have two spread guns, oh my god, there are just red bits of blobs flying absolutely everywhere. But even with that one hit and you're dead system, it was still so much fun with both of you going at it at once. Don't clip that. You could also use the Konami code. Well, player 1 could just use it as normal, player 2 just had to switch the start button at the end and just hit the select button, and boom, 30 lives each for you. You're probably going to need them because, as I said, this game is hard. It's not the hardest on the system, of course it isn't, but again, it's going to be fun, especially when you're kids trying to get through it. It would have been an amazing achievement to get there. And as I said, if you get the spread gun, you just have so much fun, both of you, because you're and the game falls to its knees not knowing what to do because you're kings. But then you both die and lose the spread gun, and then you're back to bare basics again. Bubba Bobble. And Bubba Bobble, the co-op isn't just a feature, it's the entire reason why people make the game. Now, the moment that Bub and Bob appear together, you realise this isn't a game where players can just wander off and do their own things, as you're trapped in the same small playfield and have to constantly work around each other. Now, the whole plan is that one of you traps enemies in a bubbles, the other player pops them, and both players scrambles for the fruit, with nobody admitting they're secretly trying to outscore their buddy. Yes, the game says cooperation, but in reality that score counter is saying competition. And basically the arguments go, you meant to be doing that, I was going to pop that, why have you got that, that's not fair. Arguments to keep going. And the real competition in this game wasn't about surviving, it was just finishing the next bit with more points than your mate. And the thing is, the game could get fed up with you both and go, would you hurry the fuck up? And if you don't do that, it sends these invincible ghosts called Barons von Blubber after you, which is just brilliant. So all sense of camaraderie has to come back into it again, otherwise the ghosts are going to get you. And one of the coolest features about this game was that you needed two players to actually see the true ending. Like, imagine being on your own, you've got no friends, you've got no family, and then you get to the end of the game and it goes, well, congratulations for beating the main game, but you haven't got any friends or family, so you don't see the true ending. Fucking whoops. It's a bit harsh, but that's what life is. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you do not club your younger sibling with the NES controller. Life Force. Released by Konami in 1988, Life Force was a fast-paced shooter with some of the most bizarre level designs seen on the console. Now, while most shooters had you flying through space stations or enemy fleets, Life Force often had you flying through the insides of a giant alien organism. You do not know how many times I've had to repeat this line to get it right. Now, the whole thing is, Life Force is hard. It's a very hard game, but when you've got two people, it's significantly less hard, because you just got double the firepower, more screen coverage and more chance to survive, and basically make sure the other person dies before you. Life Force does use a classic Gradius style power system, and you collect capsules to get your speed up, your missiles, your double, your laser, your options and your shield. Now in theory, if both players are good enough, they can get their own powerful ship. But we know that's not going to be the case, because it's going to be a race to try and get those capsules, and then arguments because you got it before I did, and then, you know, one of them's going to die. So basically what it should be was one player gets all the stuff first, the other player acts as Tails in Sonic and protects the main player. Protect the main player at all costs. Operation Human Shield! If you've seen that film, you know what it's from. Fantastic, by the way. Oh, I love South Park. But the boss battles is where the game really shines. When both ships are fully powered up, if you got that far, the screen fills with lasers and projectiles, and so much so against those bosses, you're thinking about having an epileptic fit. What a fun way to spend the day in hospital. River City Ransom. In River City Ransom, you play as Alex and Ryan, two high school tough guys trying to rescue Ryan's girlfriend Cindy from the gang leader Slick. Now, I've talked about this game at length because it's such a good game for the NES and everybody should play it. But when you talk about the two-player mode specifically, doing this story with a buddy, it's so much fun because all you're doing is beating the shit out of gangs, collecting money, visiting the shops, comparing your stats, and learning new attacks. If you want to do the story, you can, but it's just fun to play this game and beating the crap out of people. You could punch them, kick them, elbow smash them, jump kick, throw them, pick things up and throw them in the face. What a way to spend your Saturday afternoon. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, one of the greatest co-op games for the NES, because basically it was about two little chipmunks. It was an easy game. It was an easy game, let's not beat around the bush, it really was. Because basically you could throw everything that was around. Crates, blocks, barrels, apples, balls, whatever you could see, you throw it and it was an insta-kill and everything. But the fun thing with two-player was, apart from things being thrown everywhere, was that you could throw each other. Oh my god, player 2 or player 1 could be the worst enemy and throw you into a pit and kill you. Where player 1 could be like, help me player 2, help me Dale, and Dale suddenly becomes Scar with Mufasa, says long live the king. Oh my god, the arguments that would start, Mom, he's done it again, Mom, he's trying to kill me, because there's always going to be one brother or one sister who wants to complete this game properly, while the other one's like, don't smoke kids, I don't smoke, it's a joke, come on, calm down. But either way, classic arguments. Fantastic. And that's what NES gaming should be. Arguments. Not co-op, just straight out arguments. Possibly some fights with those controls. Swing 'em round, people, swing 'em round. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. Turtles was always going to appear on this list, because for a lot of kids, this was the closest thing to having an arcade machine in the living room, because it was a port of the arcade game. Obviously, nowhere near as good, I don't think we're going to be able to get that, but for us, it still felt fantastic. But let's get to the main talking point, which people usually ramble on. Who's your favourite turtle? I obviously pick Leonardo, others would pick Raphael, others pick Michelangelo, and then unfortunately there's the Donatello fans. I don't give a shit about Donatello, I think he's a knob. Personally, and if you're going to complain, you can take your bow staff and stick it right up your arse. But like the arcade game, this had two-player, which was what we wanted the Turtles for. Yes, the first game didn't give us this, but playing this game in two-player, going from left to right, beating the hell out of the foot soldiers, that was literally Turtles magic. It's all we wanted. But it was a difficult game as well, unlike Turtles in Time on the Super Nintendo, which was far easier in comparison. This was hard, so when you got a chance to use the pizza, make sure the right person gets it, or you're not going to have a fun time. I never had to play this as a kid with two-player mode. I did try and play on the Cowabunga collection, and there was no one I could play with. I got the game too late. And now I'm the one with no friends. And finally, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project. Well, if the second game was on here, the third game was always going to appear on this list. I love TMNT 3, I think it's a fantastic game, far superior to the second one, and it's also got April O'Neil. Remember what they took from us! Remember what they fucking took from us! Like TMNT 2, the two-player co-op is where the game really shines, and there's not much more to really talk about it. It's just got better graphics, better controls, better combat, better bosses, more varied stages, and again, that co-op magic. It simply is, for me, the best game on the system, and Donatello still sucks ass. And that's it. What do you think of my list? Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Let me know in the comments below, because the more titles you throw at me, the more chances I'll make another video on this topic. And also let me know about what you want me to talk about in the future. Until then, I'll see you all in a few days. My name's been Danny. Follow your dreams.